So this is going to be, as you can see, it says rack on it. This is going to be a rack mount that's going to go on my beautiful truck that I do all the custom stuff myself. And well, let's unbox it. Here's all the tools for fasteners that's going to go on top of the truck to bolt it down. Here's what it's going to look like. And this is they call it a cargo rack, so you can have like luggage and stuff. But I'm just going to do it just for design and looks, just so it looks good on top of the truck. Right here is the front plate. This is what faces the front of the truck. And on this plate here, I'm going to customize to put a 32-inch light bar that's going to go on here. On the two side rails, which are going to be on your left and right driver and passenger side, I'm actually going to mount two LED spotlights that are super bright. And these are the brackets that are going to go on the side here. And I actually have to custom drill the custom plate here that's actually going to mount these LED lights on here. And these are what holds this is what holds the center part of the center rack. Is, if you can see here, these are the center parts. This is the front part, and then the other part over there is the rear part. Now you can actually have this as a smaller, you can actually make this as a smaller roof rack if you wanted to. However, I got a Chevy Tahoe, so it's a pretty big truck. So I ordered the 64-inch on purpose because I wanted to have this extension there so that it looks like it actually matches the truck. It doesn't look too small for the truck. With that said, let's get together. Let's go ahead and put it together. So I recommend reading the instructions. They don't show you much. If you flip it over, they actually show you the ins and out. You have two gapped areas here. To like smaller pipe, it goes from a thick to a smaller, which actually inserts into the middle here, and then you put the screws inside. And then you have the opposite. The actually rear has the step down from the thickness to the smallness that actually inserts into the back part of the center attachment. So let's go ahead and put that on. Alright guys, so I went ahead and used my rubber mallet to smack it in place. And the only reason why I use the rubber mallet is because this part right here is bent in from transit. I waited for this piece for almost a week, so I'm not gonna return it. It's just a minor little dent here that just caused it from going in. I used a standard rubber mallet. Went ahead and just tapped it slightly so I don't dent any other place on both sides. I was able to get the screw holes to line up, so now I'm gonna go ahead and put these screws in. Well, there it is guys, it's just all together. My 64-inch roof rack. Amazon has it for $109. I bought this one on eBay for $89. It's the same exact one, there's nothing different about it. Actually, it's the same manufacturer who makes it. It's a no name, but it's sturdy. Again, when you're putting these things together, make sure you use a rubber mallet if you can't get them together. And the reason for using the rubber mallet is because you can bang on this thing and it's not going to dent it, it's not going to scratch it. Works really well. So, and I'll show you the truck that that I'm gonna put it on, the truck that it's going on. It's gonna go up there. It's gonna look awesome. Again, first we have to put on the lights on the actual unit itself. I think it's gonna look really, really nice. So let's go ahead and add those lights to the bar, well, to the cargo itself. All right, guys, so now we're gonna go ahead and put these lights on. And here's the light. This is a 32-inch bar that's gonna go across here, which this is 39 inches, so it's essentially gonna sit like this. I'm gonna try and put it like as level as I can here, because I still want to put something in like vinyl lettering there that I want to do. These are the 4-inch lights. I already pre-drilled the hole here because I wanted to test it out. What I did was I measured it, and then they're gonna sit like this on the edge here, kind of facing down. So I pre-drilled a hole there just so I can custom make it. All these wires, I have to make all these wires myself, so I'm gonna have to wire all that up. And then back here, there's gonna be a 30-inch bar, and it's gonna mount like this on the back, facing the back of the truck. And yeah, that's it. So what I did was I pre-drilled with a small bit. I took the proper measurements. I pre-drilled with a small bit just to tap through the steel part, and it has to be a metal bit. And then I use this little tool here, which it's actually pretty handy because they call it like a step drill. So what it does is see if I can focus in on it. Oh, it doesn't want to focus in. Anyway, if you can see it, it has measurements on 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 3/4 of an inch. And what it does is it pre-drills a hole there for you so that you don't drill a hole bigger than you need to. So all you have to do is you can take your bolt. You got to pre-measure your bolt before you do it, or you can kind of estimate it, and then once you drill, you'll be able to know the size. That way it can come out perfect, and you're not having something that's in the hole floating. If you can see how mine is like perfect, it's not floating there. So yeah, I would recommend using one of those step bits, and then you can go from here. So I'm gonna drill this front one here. As you can see, I pre-measured it. Put one here, and then I have another one here, and I measured it from the top down to make sure that my measurements was correct. And then yeah, so now I'm gonna go ahead and hang this light up. So there it is. It's one light, and it's pretty level. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the second light. Now I thought about, instead of running this, I thought about drilling another hole here so that I can kind of hide it behind it. I'm not too sure. I don't know if I'm gonna zip tie this or it would look tacky, or if I drill a hole in the back here and then kind of zip tie it up to this going on the sides. Might look a little more decent. So yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out, because I don't know exactly where I'm gonna run the wire, but I think that looks good. It's gonna look good on the truck. And Alright guys, so we got the bracket on after we got the lights all wired up on it. I think it looks pretty good up there. The backlight. And that's how it looks so far. Looks good. Truck is dirty as hell. So now we're gonna go ahead and bolt it down. So without further ado, let's bolt it down, baby. Oh, I'll show you guys the front real fast. So that's how it looks. So let's bolt it down. There you have it. All of them are done. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, guys. So we got the bracket on after we got the lights all wired up on it. I think it looks pretty good up there. The backlight.